go, people? It's Liam Catterson here with the start of Season 2 of iZombie. Yeah, it was a very great introductory Season 1. I really enjoyed the episodes, and I'm excited to see how Season 2 fares, which I believe has a few more episodes. As I said with Season 1, or at the beginning of Season 1, I will try to up things by 2 episodes a week. I'm not sure when, considering the fact that, you know, you've got all this stuff with the Disney Plus shows. You've got Supernatural, you've got Arcane, etc. I might bump it up to 2 episodes once I conclude Arcane, but I'm making no promises there. But yes, I am excited overall to see how this season does fare, because we ended on quite the ending with Season 1. Some would say explosive. Some would say life-changing, but it will be very, very exciting to see how things go for Blaine, for Major, for example, and just for Liv in general. So, yeah, I'm excited to get into Season 2 of iZombie. So with that said, let's get into the very first episode for this season of iZombie. Let's go.
I'm here.
Go away. Don't come back.
This is the risk, isn't it, that comes with being a zombie?
I couldn't have given Evan my blood,
The risk
even
of
if I had
burning
been willing to turn him
bridges.
into a zombie. The second some nurse took my pulse, took my
Sad,
temperature,
but
they would have quarantined me.
You can't give up on your family, Liv. Or Peyton.
And Major? Thought so.
Or Major. He hasn't been himself. You know, Help and Shelter won't give him a good reference. He can't find a job.
I mean, to be fair,
Well, he forgave
after
you.
the ordeal that Major's been through,
Fiancés.
just there, Rav.
But it would be wrong.
Think of anyone in a 3-mile radius whose day isn't brightened by the news that he's gone.
Not particularly.
Oh,
Well, once upon
Burned
a time when
a
there
few
was a
bridges.
decent fellow. But he's been a cantankerous son of a bitch for the past 30 years, give or take. You name it, he hates it. The laughter of children, puppies, other races, his own race.
How could you hate puppies?
trick-or-treaters,
Her name is New Hope, not Final Hope. You know this. If I wanted to give her a depressing name, I would have gone with Phantom Menace. And she doesn't hate you, she just feels
Oh,
like
Attack of the Clones.
you don't put enough in. She is squeamish.
Great. I'm grossing out a rat. That's it. I am
Where
throwing in
the
towel.
line is
I'm
drawn.
done. Until I'm human again, no more interpersonal relationships. I am all business. I'm
the
one of
brains
the riders
kicking in.
of the apocalypse.
Blaine.
Of course, all roads lead to your new mortal enemy. And where might he be?
Who the hell knows?
Dad, I can't
Oh,
sugarcoat it.
goodness.
This won't be easy. But I'm here to make the process, what's the word? Palatable. It's what I do.
Is he
You'd be
is he
hard-pressed to
part
find
of a
anyone with
funeral
more
home?
experience.
Any visions yet?
Yeah, I got a vision of you leaving me the hell alone so I can catch some shut-eye.
Fine, I'll handle this solo. You take care of that hangover.
I'll brush the sand out of your crack and relax. I'm just busting your chops, Flatfoot.
Damn, Clive is going to the end of the.
Crouching
Oh
behind home-plated
goodness.
Yankees don't get it. You're wearing a t-shirt.
It's meant to be ironic.
Yeah, the ironic jokes.
Good one. Your
Ugh.
t-shirt's stupid.
Oh,
Let's be literal.
oh. Snarky Liv is one handful.
Something
Look,
about
yeah, she's a handful.
And Rodney and a few of his homies are egging Wendell's house. And Wendell comes charging out and he tases him. Rodney
Oh.
drops like a rock, and Wendell just starts kicking the hell out of him. And finally, when Rodney gets up,
Sheesh.
he's shouting,
A slow nephew or something?
"No, I found them at a gallery."
Were they in the garbage?
Phew.
Sorry.
Snarky Liv does not hold
Sooner,
back.
but we got stuck behind an Asian driver.
Hey, Archie Bunker. I'm of Asian descent.
Great.
Yeah, yeah.
Explain to your people how turn signals work.
Ooh, Spidey sense.
Oh, the humanity.
Hey,
See
get
anything
it?
you like? And why would I want to help? I'm human. I've got a thriving business. I just learned I've been pre-approved for a Best Buy card.
I mean, it won't be thriving when zombies come around, though. Can put a bit of a dent.
We're not sure your cure is permanent. The first batch killed the test rat inside of 2 days.
You were the first human trial, basically.
Who's gonna rule Seattle?
What the?
We are.
How much?
100% pure and uncut.
Yeah, how much utopia? Fuck!
Die face down in the muck so you could paint your face like a $2 whore.
I think what she means to say is, did you or did you not threaten Mr. Gale?
Wow!
Talk about motive, he hates them for getting into his bird feeders. We thought it'd be hilarious to toss bags of sunflower seeds into his yard every time we went by.
Could you imagine the squirrels just revolted and off-tit the guy?
And one day, poof, they're all dead. Like 100 of them. He poisoned them, stacked them up like firewood, and burned them.
See? All the more reason for a revolt.
Would you mind? Really? The kitchen specifically, the goop in the sink, it's developed consciousness and opposable thumbs.
So I showed up to train a new client today. And he was a zombie.
So they got
blonde hair, pale skin.
No.
Yeah, because Blaine did react to Liv, so it's a zombie sense.
I knew. My hair stood on end.
Like a lapdog or a pigeon that would eat crumbs out of your hand. Why don't I take care of them dishes?
Hey, what's up,
so...
Dream on, Tupac.
Oh!
Like that.
His heart starts racing, his hair stands on end. He's a human zombie detector.
So New Hope has had the cure. That's why she.
That's why she reacts, because she knows. Because Hope
that all of the patients
knows. Oh, oh!
Oh, for God's sake!
Oh, it's you!
I have had it with your shenanigans.
Get back here, you old hag!
It was the chaotic old woman.
Your complete lack of manners.
Did they find the guy who did that to your hair, or is he still at large?
Jimmy! Jimmy! Hey, never mind her.
Whoever can show me how it was done. Don't make me huff and puff, man.
Maybe he's dead. Well, maybe he's not.
Don E. Long time, brother.
Oh. Wait, is he related? He's Scotty's brother?
Finder's fee. You need to eat something.
Oh, that's okay.
No, go on, have a bite.
No, I don't trust her. I don't trust her.
That's it. Be a good girl. Eat up, you ugly bitch. Think you can crap in my yard, do you?
Oh.
Byron's dog, and Byron found out.
Byron crushes the window.
How can you poison like, not just a dog, a spaniel? You cold-hearted bastard.
Let's pay the man a visit.
Oh, you're dead.
You have a dog. That's just a little game that we play called Does the person we're questioning have a dog?
Have a dog. Unless there was two.
Asking a few more questions. Can you tell us where you were between the hours of 10 and 11 on the night Wendell was killed?
At the Foggy Duck. It's a pub a couple blocks over. It was a football game.
Do you remember who was playing?
Arsenal Chelsea.
Soccer.
Ah, of course.
Recognize it, finds the old man underneath his car, loses it, kicks out the jack. Then a day or two later, Lana comes wandering back.
Well, good luck to us proving it.
Here's the bonus.
Yeah, and it's too late to rectify any kind of damage done. Oh.
I went back and checked out that Arsenal-Chelsea match. Right about the time Mr. Gale was murdered, an Arsenal player headed in a goal. Which one was he? Which guy?
Ramsey? I don't know. That's the only one I know from football.
Thanks, Eric. It is indeed.
Match. Oh boy.
Right here we have a boot print left in Wendell's blood.
What do you know?
What did you do to my dog?
That's one dog won't be.
I love this perspective as well.
He pretty much admitted to it. To killing her. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to leave you.
Oh,
Just I am.
he does have that remorse, but yeah.
Sure, they look like us, they sound like us, but... If
Oh,
you think
Major!
about it,
Major!
brain-eating atomic bombs, you'll sleep like a baby.
You've got the wrong man for the job.
Oh, I have the only man for the job.
Because he's a detector.
Now Major's run into people and he's just utterly convinced.
You
they're zombies.
bastard! You booked!
His heart starts racing, his hair stands on end.
A big part in creating this problem. And we're going to be very aggressive in cleaning it up.
Yeah, aggressive to the point where
one
it's
zombie with
questionable.
more. We don't have to start with her, but we gotta start somewhere.
Bastard. I would strangle you if I could.
Winning personality is out there getting murdered right now. Whoa, uncool, Liv. Get out of
It's a
my
very
head,
dark thought. Wendell, get out.
Yeah? Hey, roomie. Want to watch season? Super freaking hot. Like, stupid hot. Magic
That's
magic.
how, because
Right
she's
on.
the
Are you gonna
roommate.
work your Gilda magic on him?
It's under serious consideration. Maybe I'll just toy with him for a while.
No, he doesn't stand a chance. No, zombie! Dumb zombie.
Yeah, that's... Yeah. I mean, you could say that doesn't reflect well against you. But that's how the place was bloody bugged, because of the fucking roommate, so... Yeah. At least they didn't, you know, skim around the whole idea of, okay, Liv's new roommate is, is she going to be a threat, etc. Like, they just went straight in and revealed, yeah, she is, she's dodgy. So, she bugged the place. Oh, well. But an interesting first start. Where things are just looking great. Liv's not in a very good place, and it's going to get even worse when she finds out that Major is, you know, with a gun to his head, because that piece of shit is saying, hey, well, we've got your, you know, murders on record. It would be a shame if they were distributed and you could go down. So yeah, a pretty interesting first episode where things are looking pretty tasty for the remainder of the season, especially with Liv's new roommate, who not only knows she's a zombie, but of course she is working secretly for Max Rager, and that explained why. That explains why there was recordings of admissions, etc., being played. So all well and good there. But I am really looking forward to seeing where things go for the rest of the season as well. Major, it's going to be a huge kerfuffle when it inevitably spills out that he is, like I said, with a gun to his head, working for Max Rager in taking care of zombies that they have acquired from credit card statements, etc. So, always buy with cash, people. I am really looking forward to seeing where things go with this season, because off to a very interesting start. Blade's situation, of course, now working at a funeral home. It's a really great way to, I guess, profit off brains, give them to, you know, the zombies, etc. But also you got the idea that, hey, this cure, it might not last. So, yeah, but he is, of course, trying to get down to how the utopian was botched. So, yeah, it's going to be very interesting to follow Blade's story. There was that confrontation with him and Liv, which was very, very intense, because I'm assuming this is the first time since the whole ordeal in the finale came about that they've met. So, shall be very, very interesting to see what does happen. But of course, Blaine is gonna try to go legit, and of course, Blaine is going to be shady, etc., in order to continue thriving on the zombie business. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how that inevitably backfires for him. But yeah, I thought this was a great episode. Snarky Liv was pretty. Like, I was kind of hoping for a get off my lawn moment. Not gonna lie. But yeah, we had pretty snippy Liv, of course, playing in contrast to how she was kind of shunned from everyone, really, with her mother, with Evan. Peyton is still absent, even with this being 3 months after the whole fallout of things came about. And yeah, Major is still a bit with her, so yeah, it plays a really nice contrast where of course you had Wendell, who shunned everyone. He was a right miserable bastard, seemingly, especially with the fact that there was reason to believe that he may have poisoned Byron's dog, which, you know, if the dog died, I would have, not gonna lie, I would have probably sided with the murderer. Look, you can't, like, it was a spaniel. How could you? And Wendell seemingly, yeah, he was just disgraced by everyone. Like, even his own family didn't give a shit about him. So it's a very, very interesting perspective, because I feel like you have more sympathy for the murderer in a sense, which makes it sounds bad when you say it, doesn't it? But Wendell wasn't liked. His family didn't like him. Nobody liked his attitude, and he seemingly was he seemingly was a bit of a menace to the community in a sense. And obviously just dying, good stuff. Obviously Byron did it by accident. He had a few too many, and he didn't mean to kill him. And I mean, it's still murder at the end of the day, so obviously he's gonna have to serve time, etc. But you know, that the way he just departed from his dog was like pretty sad. Like, I'm sorry, I've got to leave you. And the fact that, like, obviously what he did was not the right decision to do, but you know, he cared for that dog so much, and the idea that someone has decided to, you know, try to kill the dog potentially, or harm it in any capacity, it's gonna like play with your emotions. You can't do that, especially to spaniels, because they are one of the most pure dogs, aren't they? So yeah. But I thought what I thought was very interesting was, and I don't think we've seen this before with iZombie, is I think we had a perspective, like a kind of a life perspective, not just, you know, the flashbacks, etc., but a life perspective where we cut to a different scene where we saw the murder take place. So I'm not sure if they're going to utilize that for other episodes, because obviously coming into a new season, you might try out new ideas. You might have new CG, for example, in certain shows. It's a new season, so there can be new opportunities. But I don't believe we've seen that before. I might be wrong, but it did stand out for me. So yeah, there is that. So I thought that was pretty interesting. But yeah, we had that whole situation with Wendell where no one was fazed, not even his family. So, but like I said, I think it plays a contrast to Liv's situation, because we saw how rejected she was with her mother just shunning her, with Evan, and like I said, Peyton's still a bit absent, so there is that loneliness, and there is that there is that miserable feeling that you can sometimes get by being shunned, and there is that miserable feeling that resides within Wendell where he just shuns everyone away. So it's kind of like a reverse in a sense, like she's feeling shunned away, and Wendell, he's shunning everyone away. So he's sometimes even taking seemingly aggressive stances to that matter. So yeah, it does play on that contrast, and with of course Liv acquiring his brains, it made for a very critical and some very, very interesting choice words that she would come out with. So yeah, and then there's of course the idea of Liv playing the whole grumpy side off really, really superbly. So yeah, Rose specifically, yeah. But I just really thought that there was a good story going around with the murder of the week. But yeah, obviously Liv being in a bit of a difficult situation, and things are just looking rosier, aren't they? The horizon looks so shiny with Liv's roommate unknowing to her. She is a spy. She knows she's a zombie. So, and just watch. There might be a fake reveal where her roommate finds out she's a zombie, but she plays off the acceptance card. I could just see it going that way, and it's gonna, yeah. I'm gonna just not take that too well because of the fact that it's so condescending that like we have Max Rager just manipulating the scenes, not just for Liv but also for Major as well, because Major is not doing this out of his own free will. But I thought that was very interesting, the side effects of the cure, because we saw Blaine have a bit of a reaction to it, but I just thought it was like some kind of general super sense, not just a zombie sense, but a general sense. And of course, we had Major prompt up his concerns regarding, I think I've encountered another zombie. And so you put two and two together that it's a zombie sense, it's Spidey sense, but it's zombified. So yeah, Spider-Man could have done with that in What If. No, but in all seriousness, it was a very, very interesting element, because I was wondering if there was going to be any kind of side effects in regards to the cure, and voila, we're finding at least one. There might be more that might come about in future episodes, but it is very, very fundamental for Max Rager to have a bit of a detection for zombies, for their nefarious shtick to play out. So yeah, it seems like they're going to be more of a boil on people's assholes this season, so that's great. But no, I thought this was a pretty great first start, first episode, should I say, for season 2, and it's definitely shaping up some very interesting elements as we go along this season. So for Blaine, for Major, for Liv, for Max Rager. So yeah, I'm pretty intrigued to see where things will go. But like I said, pretty great first episode, and good start for season 2. We'll love to see what episode 2 has to provide us with. But yeah, interesting stuff. So I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!